Alright, how's it going? I just wanted to share with you my ice shanty. It is the Frabill Ultralight. It's a very light one-man shanty. It has no door. What I did was, I'm honored and humbled this year for the new 2019-2020 ice fishing season is I bought this brand new, and I decided to put Reflectix on the top, and then I figured that wouldn't be enough. It might be, but I want to be extra insulated, so I took Reflectix from the top, and I added on the sides, the front, and the back of Reflectix. So yeah, that's my shack, because I realized that without a door, you flip it up, and it lets a lot of heat out, and then you close it, and then you have to rebuild your heat, and it takes a few minutes. Well, I figured, why not close it and have it at least take, instead of a few minutes, down to like a half a minute, or at least a minute. So, I'm gonna take you inside and show you what I did. So, opening it up, as you can see, I added the Reflectix. It's just got a bucket with a little heat seat on it right now. I might switch it out with an actual seat, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna take you in and close it. It gets really dark in here. And so that's with the lights on, and I just closed it, and as you can tell, it's like still really dark. You'd think it let light in, but it doesn't. And the best part is you can see still if you open your window. You can't really see it, but well, kind of, yeah. It lets plenty of light in with just one window open. It's a little dark, so. But yeah, I'm gonna turn on my overhead light right now so you can see what I've done. Okay, now this is looking at the front. This is my fishing area with my feet. Like I said, I started with the roof. I double taped with Gorilla Tape on each side of each piece of Reflectix I did. So not only is there Gorilla Tape on this side, but there's also going to be some Gorilla Tape on the outside of the Reflectix. And then basically I just took my Reflectix, and then, let's see, yeah, you can kind of see it. Might be a little dark. Gotta move my light source. So, okay. Yeah, it might be a little dark on that one, but if I move it up. Okay, so here you go. See that strap? These are the straps that hold the tent to the pole. So I basically took my Velcro strap and I took it off my hoop pole, and then I cut out the length of a hole in the Reflectix, and I just ran my strap through the Reflectix, and I restrapped it around the pole. And I did that. Can't really see. Get a good view. Well, anyways. Okay, I did it for that one all the way down the back of the shack. I'll try to get it. So yeah, all the way down, I just, and then I added front, it's hot here. I'm sweating, guys. Like, look at all that sweat. That's from my forehead. I'm just moving around in this thing. It gets real warm real fast. And every piece of Reflectix I ended up adding just got warmer and warmer. And you could just tell there's a big difference in heat. Like, it only took, I don't know, maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes for this thing to heat up. I mean, it didn't take long at all. I'm already sweating. So, it helps. Reflectix is to basically, it takes the heat, it reflects it back at you. So the heat from my body right now is rising. It's hitting the ceiling, and that's hitting kind of like the floor. It also will hit the front, reflect back at me, and it'll hit the sides as well, where you also reflect it back at me. And I also have it in the back of my tub right there as well. So it's a full thermal Frabill ultralight. This thing's a beast. I built it. I also did, let's see, can't really tell. This is a vent right here, but I did around the vent covers. And then I, move this. There you go, you can kind of see. After cutting out the pieces for, like, my vents and my windows, I then took some tape and just outlined this piece right here. I took tape and just outlined the edge, just so, the reflectance wouldn't start ripping and whatnot. And yeah, that's about it. And I also did the pockets, cut slits for my pockets to go through. And then also, like I said, I took tape and just put it around the edge just so it wouldn't rip. On this side, this is the one downfall I kind of dislike. It's not going to affect it, but yeah. I guess that's always going to be like that, because when I first started doing it, it was kind of doing that. And I just, from crinkling so much, folding it, and, it just gets kind of warped. But, I mean, I built this maybe like 2 weekends ago. Finished it like 2 weekends ago on a Sunday, and I mean, it's still holding up a month later. I haven't had it on the ice yet. We do not have hard water. But yeah, it's a really nice shanty. I like these ultralights because they're really light and portable, and they'll fit in like a car, trunk, SUV, sedan, suburban. It's basically, if you know ice fishing shanties, this is basically the version of the Frabill Recon. They had this one before, and this is I believe a 2003, 2005 model. But they made an even older version that I used to have, and it had sewn-in windows versus this one. It's got a Velcro along here, so it's got Velcro-in windows, which are pretty cool. So if they crack, you can always try to maybe get a replacement or, get one made. Sadly, since it is like a 2003, 2005, they do not make this version anymore. It's 2019. So yeah, it's been a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to share that mod. Also, another quick tidbit for you guys with ultralight ice shanties, and maybe even similar ones, the Frabill, the Eskimo, quick flip. You know how they're light and stuff, and they just blow the hell around in the wind. I had my old one-man Frabill ultralight. One time I was fishing, docks, and it was a loop, like, it curved, and it had the side facing the wind, and it just took my shack, and it slammed it into a piling, and I think I bent, the bottom pole got bent, not on this one, but my old one, that pole got bent, and this pole also got a little bit bent, and I think other runs are fine, but I've learned from experience that you need to have them anchored. So what I've done was, I bought this brand new now. I didn't buy it used. I bought brand new from a pawn shop, new in the box, everything. I had to assemble it, put my own, the hoop poles on. It really wasn't that big of a deal, because I already kind of had a gist of what to do. And they give you a place for a bungee, and then you can just take the bungee, and it's got a hook on it, and you can fold your fabric and then throw it over the fabric just to keep everything, from opening up and whatnot. But I didn't use the bungees because I figured I don't really, need it now because I insulated it, so it's not going to really do me any good. So what I did was I took some rope and a carabiner, and I tied it where the bungee should have been, right here in these holes. Right here. I tied a bolt in. So then, it won't go anywhere through those holes. What I do is, on windy conditions, I have another loop right here on my back pole that, just goes down. And I'll just take and by the way, this doesn't have the rubber seal around the back to hold the tarp on. So it's just got little hooks, if you will, that go into the holes and hold it down, which is really cool. Because now I can take my ice anchor outside, and then put this down through there on the outside, and drop it like that. And I just come outside, and this is going to be on windy conditions. And now, I got my ice anchor, let's say, over right here. So now I just take this carabiner and I have a drill, let's say, and I'll drill it and I'll hook it right there like that. And now, if you can see, we have a spot. So now in windy conditions, you have your, it's turned towards the ice. Well, now we're turned towards the wind, back facing the wind. Well, now it's gonna be like this. And I'm still working on the other side, but now I can just clip it to my ice anchor. Clip it, and then just flip it up and let the wind do its thing. The ice anchor should hold me in place. I got it on this side, and then when I'm done, I just take it, unclip it from the ice anchor, and take it from here, throw it back in the tub. And this is basically a model that kind of off a boat. So this is like my bow anchor off my boat. So I just took the ice anchor rope and I threw it in the anchor locker, which is the bottom of my sled. Now I close this up. See how dark it gets in here already? But then I just take this, and I take my little rope here. I'll hold on to this, and then my carabiner will work. And I just hook it back up, and just like that. And then there's my anchor. My ice anchor rope. And I'm also gonna do the same size, the same thing on this one. I got the loop going for this one, and I've got the ice anchor rope. It just needs a carabiner clip to it. I got the other side too. I just need to tie a carabiner on it. Once I have the carabiner tied, now I have 2 ice anchor ropes. That one's gonna clip it on like that side, and then the other's just gonna clip on this side. So that's gonna make it, really just convenient. So when you're out on the ice, you don't have to fiddle around with opening up your stupid ice anchor bag, pulling out the ice anchors, grabbing the rope, lengthening it out, just measuring to where your holes are, it takes long, and it's just a pain in the arse. So, what I done was, I made those ice anchor ropes, so then I just pulled my ice anchors out of the bag, screw them into the ice, take my rope, hook it up to my ice, can't really see it, but hook it up to the ice anchor, and then let the wind blow it so it taunts the ice anchor rope, and then drill my hole, and then, put it back up, and I'll be able to stay in one spot. Before I did this, I had my auger. I'm gonna come out and show you again. With my old one. And even my nowadays shanties, even my clam fish trap scout Dave Gens, on really gusty days, I normally take my tow rope, and then I won't drill completely through the ice. I'll drill it just halfway. Now I'll take my auger, I'll throw it over the auger handle, and then I'll be thrown over the auger. When the wind picks it up, it taunts the line. It'll keep me in one spot. But it did get annoying because the wind would sometimes hit you from the side. And this whole shack basically be going like that. From the wind just blowing it. And it got annoying. So I came up with my little ice anchor ropes that I connected inside the sled. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's a really nice shack. It's got Frabill Arctic armor on it, and when I pulled, you can't really tell in the video, but when I pulled this out, this was literally green. It was so brand new and crisp. Dang. It still had the paper and everything in the shell. In the shell, when I pulled out the canvas, had all the, the paper from storage. Oh, let's see. I'll try to find the manual. this was the manual that came with it. Instruction manual they got. Let's see. 5 shanties for whatever year this was. They had the ultralight, which is my version. That's that version. Then they have the Ranger Solo, which is going to be that version. That's basically, I believe, like, clam, for example. The clam fish trap Pro, which is basically Frabill. It's the Ranger XL version, or the Ranger Solo. Then they got the Ranger XL Twin, which is a 2-man shack, which is a little bit, this is a half, this is basically one more half of this. So, it has a door, and then it's just a little bit wider, giving you more fishing room. And then, so they got the Ultralight, the Ranger Solo, Ranger XL Twin, then they got the Ranger Triplex, which is a 3-person, and then they got the Ice Cruiser from Frabill, Ice Cruiser 200, which is a 2-person. So, yeah, I just thought, ice fishing's coming up, and I'll give you some ideas on what to do to your guys' shacks. I really love the mods I've done to mine. I think this is going to help me out tremendously this 2019-2020 ice fishing season. Till then, everybody, hope for hard water and tight lines.